Jonathan DeLuna.
Chris DeLuna.
We're the DeLuna Bros.
For Cigar Press Review.
Yes, we're back for another special treat for you guys. We're here to smoke today the La Flor Dominicana Chapter 2, or the Capitulo II. This one, I'll be honest, I've been really anxious to try because, I'll be honest, just the smell alone has got me all sorts of excited.
Yeah, if you're looking in the aisles and you can't really tell the difference between the Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, just for basic information, it has the red label instead of the black label, so it somewhat stands out.
As you can see.
And this one marked it at $12.40, but usually they give you a discounted price. In most stores they give you about 30% off, so it's about 10 or 11 bucks after the discount and taxes.
Yep. Well, just with the smell alone, I do sense, of course, some earth, but of course this is just me and, you know, my own personal senses. I smell hints, of course, of cocoa, a little bit of a hay aroma, and just a little pepper that's starting to sting just a little bit. But overall, construction of it, just by looking at it, no cracks whatsoever. Again, we had it in 70 to 75% humidity in the humidor, and I'll be honest, we've had these cooking for about a good 2 to 3 weeks, and they're looking great. They feel great. They're pretty firm, but they do give way just a little bit. All right,
let's get them cutting.
We're gonna go ahead and get cutting.
There you go, sir.
And as I always like to say, right when you light it up, turn, do not burn. Wow, right off the bat, a fairly loose straw. Got tons of smoke coming over here from the back. It does have that earth, but I'm also picking up a little bit of hay. It's not like Chapter 1 where I have that oil slick. This one has a little bit more pepper to it. Starting to feel it now.
First off, there's a lot more smoke output as opposed to the Chapter 1.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. As I mentioned earlier, I mean, mine's very loose on the draw. How about yours? Getting the same thing?
Yeah, I mean, the smoke is coming quickly.
It's a fairly light smoke though. It's not very heavy like a few of the cigars we've tried in the past. It's very light, very airy, and you need to spit, you know, because sometimes, you know, there's just too much residue that just collects on the palate and you just want to, you know, get rid of it. This one, I'll be honest, although the pepper zing is there, a little bit of cocoa and earth, I actually don't mind the flavor, to be honest.
Burning a little off, but it'll even out, I think, once I get towards the middle of the cigar.
Yep. Well, we're gonna go ahead and start off with the first third and come back at the beginning of the second, let you know how everything's going. Be right back. All right, guys, we're back. We're already starting into the second third, and as you can see, Chris or her with his ash
dong.
Yeah, it's about 1.5 inches going on 2, and just like the Chapter 1 that we had the other day, it's holding on strong. Again, sign of great preparation when making the cigar. As far as the taste goes, not really much has changed. Again, the smoke output is still incredible.
Best thing you can do is have a nice cigar, especially in South Texas, to keep all the mosquitoes away, because summer is coming along, rain's coming, and mosquitoes flourish in that kind of weather. So,
but as far as the taste goes, pepper, it's still there, but it's kind of died down now. I'm still getting some notes of earth. The haze actually really overpowered the cocoa now. I don't really taste the cocoa anymore. It's gotten very spongy. Unlike over here, it's still pretty solid. Smoke output is great.
And just like on the Chapter 1, this Chapter 2, even with all this ash here, not having any of the ash flavor going on, it's still a smooth smoke, and it has somewhat evened out throughout.
Haven't gotten any tunneling, haven't gotten any cracks in the binder whatsoever. Still, and it started to even out some. Again, just a minor touch-up, as you can see. Pretty even all around. I mean, out of the cigar, everything's just great so far. So we'll go ahead and get in through the second third of this and come back at the beginning of the third, or the last third of the cigar. Let you know what goes on then.
I always thought that the label was just to mark them, you peel them off and you smoke them, but it actually works like it does on a hot cup of coffee. It's a sort of heat retardant.
Yeah.
It keeps the heat away, and this has double wrap, so I mean as we go further in,
yep,
you could peel off one edge, still keep the heat away with the second label, and continue to have some cool hands. You don't want to get a roach clip or anything.
Yeah. You don't have to do it that much.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does act like a great heat buffer. So if you want to go ahead and smoke it through the last third all the way up to the label, just keep that label on. You don't have to take it off if you don't want to. Definitely helps block out the heat that could get generated from when you draw in. We'll be back with the final third once we get there. Let you know our thoughts. Alright guys, we about halfway into the second third of the cigar, and my ash is starting to hold on pretty strong, but as you can see,
my ash chubs is pretty large right now, and it's in charge, going on the 3-inch mark, getting a little Asian going on.
Anyway, just wanted to point that out really quick before that ash decides to fall off. Again, showing the construction of the cigar is superb. I mean, definitely something great. You don't see this a lot with a lot of the cigars. Not even with the Chapter 1 did we see this.
But what I can taste so far is I had little hints of honey around this inch, and now I'm starting to get like almost a whiskey, like wood type flavor that you would get in Jack Daniels and Johnny Walker's. It's a nice homely flavor.
Yeah. But this is pretty much good to go all by itself from what we've been tasting. Definitely puts us extremely in an extremely relaxed state. I'm not getting hyper. Nothing's going on. We've gotten up several times in between the video and no head rush. So definitely kudos to the Flor Dominicana's Capitulo II. Definitely great all around. We'll go ahead and get through the final third of the cigar. We'll come on back, let you know if there's any changes, but so far, awesome. And God willing, of course, that the ash still stays on. We'll be right back. Well guys, we're back again, and we might just have to cut it short just a little bit right here. For some reason, Chris is starting to feel the cigar a little bit more than expected.
Yeah, I know. Starting to get how we talked about in the first video.
Yeah.
Where when it starts to get a little bit more potent, or if you smoke it too fast, you start to get the sweat phase, and if you keep going after that, then you're gonna start getting the little bit of the shakes.
Yep.
A little bit of nausea, but got about this far, pretty close to the wrapper. I'm gonna put it out right now because I don't want to get to that nauseous state or the shakes or any of that crazy nicotine high. My arms are a bit glistened. Head's getting a bit sweaty, so.
Yep. It's good that you pointed that out too. I mean, as we had mentioned, as we were finishing up the second third, now we're on the last. We definitely started noticing a few things. Besides the slight increase in strength, flavor really hasn't changed too much, to be honest. I'm still getting the same hay. It got a little creamy. Smoke output is still good. As you can see, it's still going. But we're gonna go ahead and smoke just up to this point. Overall, definitely recommend this. This is definitely a buy. Definitely for a lot of you cigar enthusiasts such as ourselves. Definitely one that you want to keep in your collection. I just hope they continue making this, because although it is a limited edition, try to get them as fast as you can. Definitely recommend it for any special occasion. But just to sign off, I'm Jonathan DeLuna.
Chris DeLuna.
And we're the DeLuna Bros. And this has been our point of view
for Cigar Press Review.
See you guys next time.